Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, it took me a couple minutes longer to get to the spot than I thought. So just bear with me a few minutes and we'll get going. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Just get my microphone and snake guards and we're good. All right. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Put my hat on too. And thank you, Sandra. I got my first aid kit from Sandra. Thank you, Sandra, so much. It's really cool. I'll show you in a minute. I hope everyone's having a good day. Get out here. We're down Harrison near Irvington Road. There's a spot where you can just, well, we'll show you. I'll show you. That was quite the day yesterday. Quite the day. I was tempted to go back and see if they did anything, but I don't know, I could do that tomorrow. I wasn't sure really what they'd be doing. All right. Snake guards are on. Thank you for being patient. I usually take a couple minutes, let everyone get in the chat before I start going. It gives me time to get all my stuff on. Ugh. All right. Get the microphone and we're good. Better sound quality. Yeah, thank you guys. And welcome in if you're new. If you just came across me yesterday, welcome in. I'm AJ. I think I said yesterday, but I'm local in Tucson. And recently, at least, we've been just going out looking for anything out of the ordinary. You know, the goal is to help find Nancy or something related to her case. And I always say there's people go missing all the time. So you never know what you're gonna find. I think yesterday showed a little bit of that. You just never know. And obviously I'm not an anthropologist or whatever, so I had no idea if it's a bone a couple years old or over 50 years old. It's not my specialty. But I think we did the right thing calling it in. All right, so just put this little thingy on and we're good to go. All right. Put my phone cooler on. Power on. A1. All right. I know. There was a couple articles that I saw that gave me credit, but I think the local news guys, I think they're at like they got, I don't know what it is, but they don't really like the YouTube streamers. They didn't even like KVOA. They didn't even mention that it was like someone streaming. They just said a bone was found. But there was one article, I can't remember the name. There was some article that wasn't even local that mentioned like my channel name and everything. And then some of the other ones would just say a streamer, YouTube streamer. But it's all right. I think people, if they did their more research on it, they probably came across it. I don't know. But it is what it is. I guess I saw in the local news, they interviewed some guy who was living at the apartments there. And it was just like a 5-second interview. The guy was just like, yeah, I don't know what to think or something. I don't know. Just kind of funny. All right, so, I forgot. It's gonna be kind of hard to show you guys. Oh, there's some doggies right there. Yeah, it's kind of hard to show you guys. This bottom part here. Hi, doggy. Hi, it's okay. I've got my new first aid kit from Sandra. So thank you, Sandra. I hope you're watching. Try to cover up I got a little sunburn yesterday. Well, let me get to that in 1 second. I wanted to all my thoughts and everything. I had a lot of people that donated that I didn't say thank you to yesterday. I'll try to list off as much as I can. So thank you, Gail, Marianne, Irene for the buy me a coffee. Thank you, Donna, for the PayPal. Thank you, Sis Robin Ray for the super chat. April Swartz, Robin61 for the super chat. Judy Wood for the super chat. Scott Kelly, Theresa, Moton, Cairo, all for super chats. Valerie Vanadia for the super chat. I'm gonna mispronounce it. Adrienne, the Scottish something. BJ Root for the super chat. Moose Track for the super chat. Judith Denham, 857 Tucson. Hey, 857. Hey, I missed like all these. I'm sorry, guys. Cynthia, thank you. Cynthia Keys. Another Adrian. Oh, same one. Thank you so much. You donated twice. Thank you, Adrian. The Scottish. It doesn't show the rest of your name, but I know you're on here. Thank you, Brooke, Linda, Connie, Theresa. Oh, you did twice. Thank you, Theresa. Brooklyn Gal. And geez, there's even more. Thank you, Mary, Dory, Bailey, Tennessee Girl, Flicker Fade, Brianna, Tina Wentworth, Valerie dang, Valerie, thank you, Benadia, Mark the Shark. Sorry, Mark, I missed it yesterday. How far from Nancy's? It was about 15 minutes. J-Bug, Safa Reyes, S-A-F-Y-R-E-S, Safa Reyes. I've seen you in there before. Thank you. April D4, 5 Divine Julie, Yellow Marigold, Left Therm 66, Sam Serpa, Theresa. Dang, Theresa, thank you so much. There's like 3 of them. Theresa Mouton, Money Sai, April Schwartz again, Robin Ray again, April Schwartz again. You guys are awesome. Robin 61, Terry, DRW, True BU, Gian Watson, April D4 again, thank you. Z Soapy, Vegas Andrews, Stephanie Justice, Lane Branton, Carol. Thank you, Carol. You're awesome. Carol Banjok. I'll have to learn how to pronounce it. Del Rey, and again, Adrienne, the Scottish something. Josh Styling. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I didn't know there was this many. Sassy Cat, Joan West, Shocked Kitten, Valerie Vanadia, April Swartz, the Baja Blast Canner, Julie Camarena, Shocked Kitten, and I think that was it on there. And then there was a couple, almost done here. I just feel bad. I gotta say thank you. Oh. So Kimberly, thank you for the Venmo. Linda Robinson for the Venmo. Trissa for the Venmo. Oh, you've been here since the beginning. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Carol. You're awesome. I know you've done a couple times for the Venmo. Melanie, thank you so much. Estella, thank you so much for the Venmo. Catherine, thank you. Pamela, Michelle, Robin R. And I think I just got one from Jennifer and Belinda. Thank you, Jennifer and Belinda, as well. And we're almost done. I just have the, I think it's Cash App is what it's called. Let me just say thank you to people on Cash App. There's not too many here. But thank you, guys. I didn't realize there was that many. Thank you, Peggy, for the Cash App. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Diana. I know some of you, I think it was LaDonna. Thank you, LaDonna. Dixie, Tennessee Mountains on YouTube. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Ann. And Lisa Page was from the other day. So thank you guys so much. Thanks for bearing with me. I know that was a lot of names to read, but you guys are helping support what I do. So I gotta, if I ever miss your name, please try to remind me. I'll try to say it during the stream as much as I can, but sometimes the super chats, they don't show up for some reason on my chat because I stream off of that Prism app, which I think today it'll be the last day that Prism logo is on there. I'll go ahead and buy the paid version. All right, so this is Harrison Road. Harrison Road, it's just a 1 lane on each side. It actually goes right over the, let me turn on my noise canceling. There we go. So it actually, Harrison Road, Irvington is down there. The next stoplight is Irvington Road. There used to be, there still might be a dump actually right over there. I know there was back when I was a kid when I would have to go help my dad dump stuff. But it goes right over the wash. This is part of the Pantano wash right here that we're just now walking into. You can see that little sign right there. So when we get rain, they'll put those signs up because this area, this road literally just goes right on top of the wash. So it'll turn into, just as you'd imagine, it gets flooded. This all will run with water. You can already see there's some like tire marks. It definitely looks like some off-roading or something. There's a dirt road right there. More tire marks right here. So you can literally just, driving down this road here, you can turn either right or left just right into the wash. You're not supposed to, but I know people do it. And I'll show you, there's little posts right up here that kind of tell you how high the water gets when it starts flooding out here. So yeah, this road, when it's a monsoon flood, you can't pass it. There's too much water. That's why they try to put the signs up. Put those signs right there. Let me walk around this way a little bit. It's not as loud. It's a little busier now because right now everyone's going, well, I guess it's Saturday, or no, Friday. People are still going to work right now. And you can imagine at nighttime, this is not going to be, this road's not going to be that busy. Oh, thank you, Stacks. Thank you so much, Stacks6165. All right, so there's a post in the middle of on the side of the road right there that marks it in feet, how many feet high the water is. It goes up to 5 feet. You can see it's all, paint is all coming off because everything that flows down, either water or debris, knocks it all off. This is probably like 30 minutes from Nancy's house, or a little farther. But it's just another way, I don't know, I've had this spot in mind for a while. I don't know why, just because I used to drive this road a lot. It's like you can take this road if you're wanting to get to the airport, if you're living on this side of town. And I've always noticed that you could just pull right into the wash here. There's no barriers or anything. And you can see in the back there, that's the Catalina Mountains, so Nancy's over that way. Catalinas, and then that's the Rincons. Saguaro National East. Saguaro National East is over there. All right, so it kind of opens up right here, this main section of the wash. Oops, I didn't turn, got to turn on my other tracker. Yeah. So it's about 30 minutes, I would say probably 30 minutes from Nancy's house. It's Harrison Road and Irvington Road. Harrison and Irvington. Let me turn on my, oh, there's actually a storm drain. I'm just turning on my, oh, thank you, April Schwartz. Here's for some lunch after your search today. Keep up the good work and keeping Nancy's name out there. Thank you. I don't, yeah, you're asking about the bone. I don't know, guys. I was just kind of just as confused as you guys probably were. I don't know if the officer was just not explaining it well to me. I kind of wish I could talk to the lady who was taking the pictures. Maybe she would have explained it better. But they're saying words like prehistoric and archaeological dig or something like, and then they're saying it's at least 50 years old. So I don't know. But I do know that they're sending people from the University of Arizona that's here in Tucson. There's, I guess, like an archaeology department or something like that, anthropology, I'm not sure. And then the state medical examiner is going to be going out. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there's some ranches. There's a big ranch, big horse ranch right over here, like a really nice one, giant one. And there's some, I think there's some over there. They probably ride their horses. Some of these marks you can probably see are from horses, but there's a lot of tracks in here. Tire tracks, off-roading. And you can tell they're not all from the Bobcat because I don't know if they use the Bobcat in here or not, but we'll start looking around. We'll look, should have already started looking on the side of the road more. That's where people say like within 20 feet of the side of the road or something. So we'll start doing what we can here. Yeah, and Sandra, thank you. I don't know if you were on when I started the stream. I got your first aid kit. Thank you so much. It's really cool. It's a really nice one, and it clips onto the bottom of my backpack. So I've got it on the bottom of my backpack now. So that might be from the Bobcat right there. Lots of overgrown brush out here though. I don't know. Someone said they throw, mattress on top of a body. And welcome in if you're new and you saw me yesterday. Welcome in, guys. Just a piece of it's a piece of a countertop or something. I'll kind of search up here as well. And then I want to search back a little bit down the side of the road. That's that ranch right there. Big Horse Ranch. And I'm sure that's probably their property line. I could look on my little app, but I'm guessing that's probably why they stopped clearing out the brush right there. An old graveyard? I mean, it's weird because when I went back to that park and I was reading stuff about the Hohokam people that were living there way long time ago, it mentioned that they'd cremate like if someone died, they would cremate them, and they would either spread their ashes or they would put them in a container and bury the container of ashes. Oh, thank you, Kayla. Jiminy, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to do more research, and maybe they did actually bury, but I don't know. Yeah, I made like I reposted a short of the KVOA station, the local NBC affiliate. They did a story on it, but they didn't mention like who found it. They didn't even say it was like a streamer or a YouTuber or anything. They just said a bone was found. What the heck is that? I don't even know what that is. Cows? Oh. Goat protein pail. Huh. Yeah, well, I'm not an expert, but I just look for anything weird. Anything weird. Alright, we'll start getting deeper into the wash. I just wanted to search a little bit more over here before we get out too far. It seems like this section of the wash is super wide. This thick brush. We'll loop that way. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Those questions are all valid. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm kind of glad the cop did come back to take pictures, because at least he at least explained a little bit more. He at least told me that the doctor, the state medical doctor, was going to come out and look at it, so that made me feel better. And then I was seeing a lot of the news articles where they were using all these like clickbaity titles to make it seem like it was related to Nancy. And I said from the beginning I wasn't sure, obviously, but they were making it seem like there was one that I saw that mentioned it was like Savannah Guthrie leaves during the Today Show, bone found near Nancy Guthrie's house. It's like, what? That had nothing to do with why she left. That was a day earlier too, I thought. Like, people just, I don't know. That was kind of annoying, because I wasn't trying to make it seem like it was, I knew it was Nancy's or anything. I had no idea. Dang, some thick brushness. All right, let's get over here. The lady in this chat, she took AJ's YouTube. Yeah, you'll see these, like, for people who haven't seen other videos, this is what happens when the flooding comes out here. You'll get big. It'll start real small. One stick will get caught up on a tree, and then it just progresses more and more. And eventually you get these big mounds of sticks and debris that get blocked from the trees that have been here longer. You can see kind of all around. Let's see if I can get over there on the other side of this wash without getting all crazy. Get some of of these things out of the way. I hate these things. Yeah, this part of the wash is so wide. Dang. This is the sand right here is not as thick as just like 10 feet to my right. It starts getting all thick over there. I'm trying to get back over to there because that's where, well, it's hard to tell, but I think that's where the cars would, if you had an off-road vehicle, you'd be driving over there. You'd probably try to dump someone maybe a little bit off of the side of the wash. That's why I'm trying to check over here too. It's pretty thick, geez. There's an opening somewhere. Yeah, prehistoric. Yeah, femur, some sort of leg bone. And when I was talking to the detectives, I don't think I told you guys, when I muted it, they were just asking for like personal information. They wanted, I'm sure they went back and like looked me up or something, because they were asking for like email address, like, and then I told them I had a second phone, but I'd use it just to track where I go. And they were like, what's your second phone number? And I was like, I don't have a second number, but so they're probably doing their due diligence, which I guess is good. You never know. But I wonder if they gave me the vibe that they were there because someone maybe thought it was related maybe to Nancy at the very beginning. Because they were just some of the questions they were, I don't know, I just got that vibe. I don't know if you guys did as well. I don't know if anyone knows the detectives' names that are working the Nancy case. I smell some fire. Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you guys for being with me yesterday. It was wild. Yeah, we just didn't know at the beginning. Didn't know what it was. I could kind of tell from the way it was buried in the side there. It wasn't probably like super recent, but also I have no idea. But I didn't think it would be prehistoric. That's crazy. That's almost crazier than finding something that's like more recent. I don't know. Because what are the odds that... And it was just poking out. I went back and watched. It was just poking out a couple inches. It's crazy. So there's a walk right there. Oh, there is a sidewall right over there too. So that now that makes me wonder, like, have I been walking by bones that are in the side of these washes the whole time, and we just, like, I had no idea that there was people buried out there. It was just like this, something like this, the side of the wash wall that just gets eroded over time. I'm just coming over here to show you guys. So it's like, I guess they're saying that stuff down in here is crazy old. Yeah, they told me. The one thing I didn't understand, when the cop was telling me over the radio, he was like, I went back and listened to it. He was like, it's not what you told me it was. Something like that. It's not what you told me it was, or something. And I was like, what do you mean not what I told you it was? I told you it was a bone. That's all I knew that it was. So I don't know what he was talking about. I told him my goal is to go out looking for Nancy, but I didn't say like I knew it was Nancy's or anything. Alright, well, we'll still keep searching what I have been. Yeah, I guess. But I remember when they showed up, all I was saying was like, I know for sure pretty sure it's a bone. 99% sure it's a bone. Oh, here's someone's something. Some metal sheeting. See if we see any snakes. Oh. No snakes. I don't know how. You'll see all sorts of weird stuff in these washes. Oh, thank you. A wagon. I don't know. I helped that lady that one day in her little cart, and that was a heavy-duty cart, and that was a nightmare. The backpack I carry is already pretty heavy. I don't think I need to weigh it so that way it's pretty heavy though, but it's got all the stuff that you need and now I've got a first aid kit, which I feel a lot better about. That's on the bottom right there. It's a nice one, but I carry like three liters of water, a bunch of extra like batteries, and luckily I had that much water, which is supposed to be enough for like a full day, and it was I definitely used a lot of it yesterday. Dang, I want to just search the side of those walls, but I know that's not what we're looking for. So I gotta remind myself to just look where we're looking. Yeah, good morning everybody. Thanks for joining us. So this is off of Harrison Road for people just joining, near Irvington. I'm pretty sure there's a dump way over there on the other side of the Harrison. And then that's the Catalina Mountains. Nancy's house is kind of on that left side of the foothills over there. So we're like 30 minutes away. And this will take you down into if you keep going, I think it takes you into the Saguaro National East Monument, I think. Yeah, this side of her section of the wash is like, it's probably like, I don't know, 3 to 5 times wider than where I was yesterday. That's why something like this would be really nice to have, like a line of people, like the Cajun Navy came out, have a line of people searching around. I still haven't heard any more updates on that. Yeah, search where your intuition takes you. Yeah. You never know. Hello, Kato. Yeah, happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And yeah, you can still see some footprints. It's not just horses out here. These little pathways. Someone's got some roosters probably in that ranch. Yeah, that officer was pretty new. He was a cool guy though. Both of them, the lady and the guy, were both really nice. I don't know if it was just because they knew I was live streaming. I don't think so. I think they were nice. Yeah, just a rock. Hey, you can see this. People have been driving on this thing, four-wheeling, side-by-sides, or like a Jeep or something. A retired detective said at this point it would be a hiker who finds clothes. Yeah, I've mentioned that before, that because some people will say, oh, you're never going to find anything. And then I know I've read articles before or seen it on the news where people go hiking just to have like a nice little hike, and they come across something. So you just never know. I told like detectives, it's like, I know I don't expect to find anything, because if I did, I would have already found it if I knew where she was. But at least I can try. I can do that. I don't get why they're not. I don't know. I don't want to get into all of it. I don't know why they're not trying a little bit more, or at least didn't try more in the beginning. At least more searches at the beginning, just to like check places off the map. At least I don't know. Make it at least appear that you're trying with the drones or something. And then especially when there's groups that want to come out. There's a thing of tape. That's that blue painter's tape. And especially when groups want to come out and like help search. Like, why would you? I just can't see why that would be a bad thing. Some plastic jug. Jeez. That's old. Like, what are they gonna mess up some crime scene more than you guys did, or what's the downside? That they go out looking and don't find anything? Or like, what if they do find something, or find someone else who's been missing for a long time? Because they said, I saw the interview with one of the guys from the Cajun Navy. He said like 50% of the time they find somebody, it might not be the person that they went out looking for, but I think he said like 50% of the time they actually find somebody, which is crazy. It's like, what You can't get much better odds than that when you're searching like spots like this, open desert, washes and desert areas, or anywhere they go. Even if it's like even if it's hurricane recovery or something like that, I'm sure that's not easy either. Ooh, I see there's a bigger tree. I try to check under all the bigger trees as well, just because I've seen so many stories about people being found under trees. Doesn't look like there's a ton of big trees out in this part of the wash, but hello, hi Marianne, hey Macy, J-Star, thank you everybody for being here. I know I can't read the chat all the time because I'm trying to look around and read the chat sometimes too. Huh. Some animals been down in there. You can see some of the grass is laying flat. Coyote or javelina or something. Yeah, I'll just look just in case. Just a stick. Nothing. Let's get over here. A drought. They will find all the bodies buried in the desert. I know, I don't get it. Dang. Bunch of trees piled up. Try to get around here. Yeah, and it's gonna be warm today. Like, ugh, bug in my nose. It's gonna be like 93, I think it said. So I probably won't go 3 hours today, but I always say that, and then we end up going 3 hours, so we'll see. Dang. So yeah, that's more example of when it floods. This tree is like a blockade for all the debris that piles up. And you can see how high the water can get. That's like to my chest. That's why it can be deadly out here if you're caught in the flood, or if you try to cross the road down there, because the road just goes right on top of the wash. There's no bridge on that section. And people try to cross it, and then they don't realize how strong the water is, and they start getting washed downstream in their car, or they're stuck in their car and they can't get out, and it's up to their windows, and the fire department has to come and do like dangerous rescues. And they have a stupid motorist law. I know I've said it before. A stupid motorist law. If you try to cross where there's signs that say flood, like danger flooding or do not enter flooding when flooded or something, the person has to pay for the cost of the rescue themselves. Stupid motorist law. Yeah, I think that's how it works, Sunflower. Because I've had this channel for a long time, but I hadn't been posting content for very long at all now. So yeah, I'm sure like a sponsor would want to make sure you're gonna be around in a couple weeks or months or whatever, and it's not just I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really talked to many other people about all the money side of it. It hasn't been the goal so far. Not money motivated, but it definitely helps to take days off when you know that you can afford it. And there's a lot of cool rocks out here. Anyone likes to collect rocks. Probably some prehistoric rocks. Oh, thank you, D Pears. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. A detective? I don't know. I don't know if I couldn't imagine like having to, especially like a homicide detective or something like that, like having to see all that all the time. That's gotta be hard. It can't be easy because they have to look at all of it. They got to look at like all of it up close. Like, I don't know. Oh, that's cool, G Angel. Yeah, I saw the local, because I try to watch the local KVOA, the NBC affiliate around dinner time. I try to turn them on, and they actually had a story about it, but they just said someone found a bone. Somebody, which is fine. I don't care. It's just funny. There was a couple I did look it up. I Googled it. Yes, I did. And there was like New York Post wrote an article, like Daily Mail. It was all over. News Nation wrote an article. And there was one that, at least one or, oh, you were in the one? In the video? I was in the video? There was one or two articles that mentioned my actual channel name. That was cool. Oh, what? We heard you talking. Yeah, my sister actually texted me during it all. My sister's, she's an audiologist in Tucson. And somehow it got on her Twitter. Oh, shit. Yeah. Sorry about cussing. I don't like cussing, guys, but every time I see a snake, I cuss. I'm sorry. Hey, at least he rattled this time. Some of them don't give you any warning. He's at least rattling. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. I'm leaving you alone. No, he didn't get me. No, I wasn't. I was probably like 6 feet away. It's probably hard to tell sometimes because the camera probably looks closer. Yeah, it's a rattlesnake. That just shows you always gotta watch out. Gotta watch out here. But I do have these snake guards. They cover a good part of my leg and boots. But at least he rattled. That's the first one that we've seen that actually rattled. And he was not happy. But he just went hiding back in there. Just a good reminder to keep an eye out. Where'd he go? Somewhere over there. I don't want to go bother him. Probably in that big pile of sticks. That's why if you see me and you think I'm walking slow sometimes, it's because of that. It's because I'm looking, even if the camera is pointed forward, a lot of times I look down for a second, at least every couple steps, because they just blend right in with the other sticks and stuff. They can look just like a stick like this. It can look like a snake. Yeah, I usually don't cuss. Even like, it's not like I don't cuss just because I'm on camera. I just don't really cuss. But I guess when you get like surprised like that, I think it was the rattle that got me. And he like brought his head up. Oh. But yeah, I was saying, my sister, yeah, she got notified somehow on X, Twitter X, and text me like, what is this about? A bone or something? And so I had to, and then yeah, other people, my parents, yeah, they were, because usually I'll text them when I am done, and usually I tell them, oh, I'll be done around this time. Jeez, that stick right there scared me. I'll tell them, usually I'll be done around this time, I'll text you when I'm done. And it went a couple hours past the time, and my mom finally texted me, are you okay? And so I called her and told her and my dad, because they're here, they're in Tucson too. And my sister's in not too far from Nancy's. Not too far at all, like 5 minutes maybe from Nancy. So that's why the whole story at the beginning kind of, I don't know, it just hits closer to home. And then one of my sister's friends, one of her good friends, lives in Nancy's neighborhood. And the FBI has been to her house multiple times at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of snakes out here. Now I gotta go extra slow. Let me just get some water. I should have taken advantage of the shade. Get some water and be better focused. Thank you, not Mike from 203. Thank you, Chrissy. Yeah, I saw. My mom was like sending me all these links, telling me about all you guys who were in the comments, giving me credit. So thank you guys. You guys are so nice. Little propeller plane. Yeah, it can be. That's what I say. This can be deadly out here, people. And it's so weird how the universe works. I don't want to get into all that, but it's just so weird how the day before I was at that Fort Lowell Park and like was reading about the Hohokam tribe, and we still don't know if it's related to that at all, but it's just weird. And then there was some lady who was making nasty comments, saying that these are like, that I'm going to a bunch of safe areas and not, I don't search long enough, blah, blah, blah. Why do I take days off? So it's just funny how the universe works. Literally the next day you find something. It's weird. Yeah, it's definitely a human bone. That's The crime scene lady, I guess, confirmed it. Whoa, what is that? To be human. Huh. Wonder what that is. It's got two little holes made in it. This rock. And it doesn't look like natural little holes. It looks like, I wonder if that's some little, I don't know. I know I've found, when I was a kid, I would find arrowheads sometimes. Out in places like this. Ugh. A tool of some sort, yeah. Tribal, that's what I was thinking, but I don't want to assume. I guess it's possible now that I've read all about that. People living out here. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it looks like, it doesn't look natural to me. The way it's been. Yeah, you guys do. You guys are awesome. There's just always one or two people in everything. There's a little den. Weird. I wonder if it's just from the water, erosion, or and you can see some of the clay stuff. It's weird, the different types of like sand and clay that's out here. Like if you go deep enough, you run into this kind of stuff, this clay stuff. I think it's called like caliche or something like that. It's hard to dig through. I think it's caliche. Now I just want to dig out all these sides of everything and see if I find anything. I don't know. Caliche is right. Okay. I know. Yeah. And it was like a comment from like 2 weeks old that I just happened to see. I was just going through it all one day. And I think I said something back and then I just deleted it all. And I was like, why would it matter if I was out here for 10 minutes or 6 hours? It's still I'm out here searching. It's more than, I mean, one extra person doing something is better than nothing. Hey, we gotta check all those trees over there. So we'll make a loop because there's some bigger trees. So we'll loop around that way and hit all the stuff that I haven't hit. Obviously I can't hit everything out here. That's a good part about this other app I have on this old phone. It literally tracks every step you take. In GPS, you can get the GPS location for every step and it records and saves it. So that way if once I get done here, I can look at the map and see, okay, I searched all this area. Next time I come, I can search a different area and not retrace my steps. That way I can kind of do at least a little bit better job of searching. Because I know I can't search everything, but we can do something. Dang, it's a piece of metal. Yeah, the bone was white. Yesterday on the video, was my video from yesterday, I put all the timestamps, not all of them, I did a few timestamps. And it's in the description or it's in the comment pinned to the top on the comment section in the last video, my last live stream. You can see when I first came across it, when the cops showed up, when I talked to the detectives, and then when the guy, I think it was a sergeant, told me something over the radio, and then right after they took the crime scene tape down, I went back and looked down in there, and the bone was still there. You can see that. And you can see actually I think it was when the cop came down and was taking more pictures too. It's all on there. Or you can just go back and scroll through and see it all. It's 6 hours, so it's a lot. I think an hour and a half into the video, or an hour and some horses, a little over an hour and a half into the video. It's when I came across a bone. Oh, hey Lane, Branton. Hey, I hope we're not buffering. I've got good signal. I was worried about, it's something I think about going farther out if my signal's gonna be able to stream. I was worried about this place, but as you can see, we're pretty much, there's another ranch right over here. But look at this, look at that. Wonder how many crazy things are buried on the side of that. From prehistoric times. It's crazy, they said they used to hunt mammoths near the Fort Lowell Park. That's crazy. That's super crazy. Mammoths. Yeah. I don't know. I thought about going back there today and see what was going on, but I wasn't sure if people would be interested in that or not. Maybe I can go back tomorrow and see. From what I heard, though, they're supposed to be bringing people down from the University of Arizona, which is only like 20 minutes away from that location, and the state medical doctor or something. Yeah, there's a ranch over there. There's a ranch, stables, horses. It's a pretty big ranch. But yeah, I wasn't sure if I mean, I guess I can try tomorrow, go there and see. I would hope they would, I don't know, because from what I thought, you had to like test it to be able to tell how old it is. But I'm not an expert. Maybe they have ways of doing it now where you don't have to physically test it. I don't know. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I mean, they said there's a horse over there. They said like between 300, or what I read, between like 300 and 1300 AD, the Hohokam people used to live at the place I parked at Fort Lowell Park, in that area. But I read that they would cremate, when someone died, they would cremate the remains down to ashes. They wouldn't bury their people. They would cremate them. So that doesn't make sense why, unless it's some other group of people that used to live out there. So I don't know, but at the same time though, I guess in 2023, that lady that showed up said that they found someone walking their dog, found a skull and then they uncovered the entire remains, and it was like 500 years old. And that lady, when she came, she talked to the cop, and the cop passed that information on to the sergeant. And I wonder if that, by her telling them that, they got in their head, oh, well, if someone else found a bone here and that was old, then this one's got to be old too. I don't know if that's what they were thinking. I'm just speculating. Oh, thank you. She's in chat. What do you mean? Oh, hey. Hey, Pamela. Yeah, it was nice to meet you. Yeah, I forgot your name. Yeah, so I don't know what do you think? What do you think, Pamela? Do you or have you're I don't know if you've been back over there. Are there people working on it? Do you know if they excavated anything, or is it just, is the bone just still there? Pam. Hi, Pam. Yeah, Carolina. Yeah, that's what they cremate all their people to ashes. So I don't know, but I mean, who knows? Yeah, there's a difference between 50 years and 5,000 years. Absolutely. Okay. Cremation does not take... Really? Cremation doesn't? I thought when people get cremated, is it just, it has to be like, I know it has to be like super high heat. It has to be a pretty big fire. I don't think I'm buffering. I don't know, it might be on your side. You can adjust the, I don't know if you can adjust the quality, but I've got good signal. I shouldn't be buffering. No buffering, no buffering. Yeah, it might be on your side. Yeah, it was nice getting all that information, Pam. That was pretty cool. What are the odds that, I don't know, yesterday was just weird. What are the odds that you walked out there at the same time? And that was just a crazy day yesterday. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Pamela. Yeah, you can just write a comment on this video after the live is over. You can write a comment, and I'll try to get in touch with you, Pamela, to get those pictures. We'll figure something out. That would be awesome. Thank you, Pamela. All right, so yeah, for people just joining, this is the Pantano Wash near Harrison and Irvington Road. It's a part, Harrison, it's past golf links. It's a one-lane road on each side. And it literally just drives right over through the wash. They don't have a bridge. Like a lot of the videos I have, you see bridges. Like yesterday, there was that Craycroft Bridge in the background. This section doesn't have a bridge. And when it floods, the water just goes right over the road. And they'll put signs up that try to block people from going through the road, because sometimes it can be a couple feet high of water, believe it or not, that flows down all this when it flash floods. But there's also no posts, there's no barriers. So you could just, like four-wheel drive trucks or Jeeps or whatever, they come out here and do four-wheeling, because you can just turn right or turn left right into the wash, and you can drive out here. So I don't know, I've had it in mind to check this place for a while. It's also kind of near, I know for sure it used to be a dump over there by Irvington and Harrison as well. I don't know if it's still a dump or not. I know it used to be. But yeah, we're just checking out this way. It's just another possibility. Oh, thank you. Thanks for joining us. You guys are all so nice. Do a live together. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that was so cool talking to Pamela yesterday. Like, what are the odds that she came outside and had like a story to give the cops about someone else finding a skull like within that same kind of area, and then finding the rest of the whole remains. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back and see about the rest of it. I didn't want to drive all the way over there this morning and then like be nothing. So I don't know. I wanted to at least do some searching today. So we'll maybe go tomorrow and check it out, and if not, I can find a spot nearby there. I figured too, if they were gonna excavate it, it would probably take them a while to like set it all up and do it all the right way as well, because I'm sure they would have to go pretty slowly through the side of that wash wall right there. Yeah, earlier we already came across a rattlesnake. I got within like 5-6 feet of him. I took a step and he popped his head up and started rattling at me. So yeah, we've already seen one rattlesnake today. All right, we're gonna search these little trees and then we're gonna loop that way. What? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw 857 even made a donation yesterday on my channel. Yeah, and I know a lot of people came over from him, from Dad's Gone Live, JLR. They've all been super nice when I don't know if I've met, oh, I have met 857. I met him once. I don't even know if he remembers, because it was one day, I wasn't even live streaming. I was just doing like shorts, little short videos. And he pulled up with JLR. And I met JLR, I think 2 or 3 times. 3 times maybe. And he was always super nice to me too. Everyone's been super nice. Alex, Mark, everybody. The juice is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I know. They're all awesome. Everyone has their favorite. Yeah, it was it was all over the local news. The one thing that I didn't like was that some of the articles were like kind of clickbaity, trying to make it seem like it was, even though they knew it wasn't related to Nancy at that point, they were still trying to make it seem like it was possibly like a bone found within 15 minutes of Nancy's house, and then you'd have to read the article to be able to tell that it wasn't Nancy. Oh, there's a little egg right here. Tiny little thing. But that's how they get their clicks, so I get it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I don't know if it's, I have no idea what kind of egg. I've seen stuff like that, little eggs like that out here before. It could be many different things. I don't want it if it's a snake egg. But yeah, I think it's pretty crazy, even if it is like prehistoric or something, some bone that's crazy old. It's almost like even more amazing that we found it, because like, I don't know, because I guarantee you the next flood that would have happened there, because the water runs down that little, I don't know, ravine or whatever that little part of that wash is, and it would hit up against that wall, and I guarantee you the next good flood, they probably would have knocked that thing out and buried it back down in there. Who knows for how long. So it was like just the right time for someone to find it, where it was poking out a little bit but not too far. Yeah, that's always the goal. We're trying to find something out of the ordinary. Either like clothing that looks like something bad has happened, or blankets or sheets or stuff like that. I'm always looking for something out of the ordinary. You notice you don't see a ton of trash out here in this part of the wash. I think it's because it's probably a little bit more remote, a little farther away for if you were trying to live out here, like some of the homeless. There's a little hummingbird. I don't know if you guys saw him. Oh yeah, I could check that. I can go back and check that pipeline. I think it was a Monster, like a Monster energy drink. I just didn't want to start poking around. Oh, thank you so much, Adrienne. I'm gonna look up how to pronounce your name, because I know I'm saying it wrong. Adrienne. I don't know. You're out searching boots on the ground, and every search, no matter what the find, is always appreciated, AJ. We always appreciate you. Love from Adrienne, Scotland. Thank you so much. I know you did a couple yesterday too. Thank you. The super chat. Yeah, you can all have our opinions. Just try to at least be respectful. I know everyone's got different opinions on everything. That's the good part about live in here is you can have your own opinions, but we can also still be focused on the same goal, even if we have maybe different opinions or undecided opinions or whatever the case may be. We can still all focus on trying to find Nancy and keeping attention on the case. So at least that's one thing we can all agree on, hopefully. What is that? Some old, like an old metal can or something. Yeah, it's all. And then it's, I guess yesterday the good part about it too, even though we didn't find necessarily what we're looking for, but it's still just finding that bone. All the other media outlets wrote an article about how Nancy is still missing, and who knows, maybe someone saw that now, and who knows, maybe they'll finally decide to come forward and give information maybe they have on someone who's involved or person involved, who knows. Dang, a bunch of little coyote marks. Oh yeah, thank you. Cement square block. Yeah, there's a couple cement blocks out here. I noticed this one right over here. But it's in these sketchy snake pits. Nope, why is that going on? Yeah, it was they told him, or it is a human bone. We know that. Human, looks like a leg bone. And yeah, the CSI lady confirmed it was a human bone, but they're saying that it's at least 50 years old, meaning the bone had been there for at least 50 years, at least from my understanding. They weren't saying that the person whose bone it was at least 50 years old. It had been there for at least 50 years, from what I understood at least. I don't know if I'm wrong. That's what I understood. And they're gonna bring out the people from the university and then the state medical examiners. I know, well, I guess they're not just gonna leave it there. That's kind of what the impression I had at the beginning when I was getting ready to leave. Jeez, the sand right here, you just like walk right through it. But oh, all these holes, that's why. But then as I was leaving, the officer came back to take a few more pictures on his cell phone, even though they had the crime scene lady with her big old camera. And I asked him, so they're just gonna leave it there? And he was like, no, they're gonna bring out the University of Arizona anthropological or archaeological people or something like that, and the state medical doctor is gonna come out. So they're not just blowing it off, which kind of was the impression when they first started just taking down the tape, and I went down there and the bone was still there. So at least that's good, because yeah, I was thinking the same thing when they were saying it's at least 50 years old, and then the cop that was standing next to me most of the time, the guy, I was like, that's not that old. That's like, what, the 70s? And he's like, you could tell he was like, started thinking to himself, like, yeah, you're right. That's not that old. He's like, well, I wasn't born then or something. He said something like that. But I could tell when I first said that, he was thinking like, yeah, he had that look on his face like, oh yeah, you're kind of right. That's not that old. He was like, I don't know. I think I was like, oh, I know, you're just doing what they told you. I don't know. But yeah, I saw a lot of the people commenting. Like, they don't care, you can just get killed out there in the desert. And which, I mean, when they first took the crime scene tape, I was thinking the same thing. But I guess we'll see. I guess we're still undecided what to think about it all until we learn more information. And I know the news that I watched, KVOA, they also said once they learn more updates on it, they're gonna update people as well. And they obviously have more sources with the Tucson police than I do. I don't have any sources. So I do have the case number. I know. 73, that's not old. I know. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Get a cold drink. Thank you, Lynn, for the Venmo. You're awesome. And Moonlight Skies. I don't know if I said thank you, but thank you again if I didn't. And Marianne, Irene. Thank you, guys. Dang, this stuff is... Some of the sand is weird. You walk on it and it collapses like a couple inches down in there. It just collapses. It's weird. But then some of it's just hard. Huh. Dang, look at this grass. It's all laid down on its side. That's definitely from animals. Coyotes, javelinas, something decent size. 'Cause that's a pretty good little area right there. Dang. It's a pretty good little area. Coyote den or something. It's crazy we haven't seen javelinas out here or coyotes. I don't know why. They're hiding. All right. Get down here without falling. Woohoo. Yeah, you can still see more tire tracks right out here. Dang. You'll see coyotes every once in a while in the day. But yeah, I think they try to hunt at night. But still, they're at least out here somewhere. I don't know where they're hiding. Oh, there's a big like cottonwood tree or something up here. And then we'll move back. And it's right off this path where people can drive too. Yeah, I know a lot of the javelinas will hang out. Like, they'll not maybe hang out there for long periods of time, but they'll frequent like your trash cans or dumpsters behind businesses, especially like in the foothills area. If you put your trash out like long enough waiting for the pickup guy to come, those things could make a crazy mess of it. You'll have trash all over your street. And they just run in big old packs too. I know I've seen like close to 30 in a pack before. 30 javelinas together. Good morning, Mary. And you'll see little baby ones, baby javelinas, but they stink. They smell really bad. You can smell them from far away. Someone's Budweiser. It's not that old. It's not faded yet. Budweiser, huh? Someone out here four-wheeling or something. Driving around, drinking. Yeah, there's a little kind of smaller version of where we found the bone yesterday. These little cutouts. Make sure there's no snakes in there. I just want to get up there and see by the tree. Oh, what is that? It's some sort of a cart. It's got a wheel. It's like a tiny wheelbarrow. An old one. Used to be red. You can see there's still a little red paint on the back. The thing is old. Huh, that's... Yeah, they look like they would be part of the pig family. But they're actually like a type of a... Yeah, whatever that person said. Almost like a class of a rodent, a big rodent. Huh. That's weird. Any other crazy things in here? Nope. Never know. Never know what you're gonna find. Ugh. Who's your fave on DraftKings? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Robert. Or Roberta Williams. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got snake gaiters on. Taking a just water break. Yeah, it's definitely a little warmer. I don't think I saw the red birds this morning, no. One second here. I can hear some birds right now. All right, let's get moving again. This one's 1 second. Yeah, I can already tell it's a little hotter out today. It's gonna be in the 90s. Oh, thank you. I know. Pretty little clues. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's because of the kind of the rift between the mainstream media and the streamers. At least it seems like for some reason, they didn't get along. I don't know. But thank you. Javelinas, what do they smell like? They smell like, I don't know, just like a stinky animal. Like really stinky animal smell. It's hard to describe, but it's strong enough to you can smell it. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, but yeah, they definitely smell. Oh, that's a good idea. Put the Camelback in the fridge, the freezer. That's a good idea. Thank you for that idea. I never thought of that. Thank you. Dang. Birdie is loud. Yeah, these are the cholla cactuses. If people haven't seen them before. The cholla cactuses. They call them like the jumping cholla because each little thing, if you touch it in their skin, this whole chunk would break off and stick in you. They don't really jump at you, but they just break off really easily. Jumping cholla. Dang, there's a big old semi truck. A big old, like, I don't know, big old shed. Someone's big old warehouse in their backyard. And then there's a house. Yeah, pretty, but ouch. These ones are cool. They have the little flowers. They bloom. And that's like a skeleton of a cactus. Skeleton. Dang, there's a bunch of big trucks over here. Big semi, or box trucks, I guess they're called. Dang, that's a big old cholla cactus. Yeah, especially around their babies, the javelinas. They will charge you. They'll charge at you if you get too close to their babies. They can be aggressive. Dang, this guy's got a bunch of trailers, box trucks and trailers. Huh. Dang, it's so just weird out here. There's another like dirt road right here. And there's all these other little paths around here. I don't know, trucking, yeah. I don't want to go in there because that's obviously someone's property up there. I don't want to go on there. I want to check all these trees. There's so many stuff I always want to check. And I still have to eventually loop back. There's a lizard. Yeah, it's nice out here, but the summers are extremely hot. Yeah, but I guess it depends. Some people don't like the desert landscape. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, especially like the foothills area, a lot of people come out there to retire. or they have like a second home out there, and they'll come here in the winter time. Snowbirds. Dang, there's a big feather. Oh, there's another. Uh-oh, someone got eaten. Maybe a roadrunner or a hawk. There's a couple of them right over here. Uh-oh, someone got eaten. There's another one. No, maybe one of those owls. Those owls are good hunters. What is that? What is that? Whoa, is that? Oh, never mind. I don't know what that is. Huh. What the heck? It's made out of wood. It's made out of wood. And it's got a hole at the bottom. It's made out of wood. What is that? That's cool. What even is it? Coconut? Where the heck would a coconut be out here? Flower pot? No, it's not pottery. I don't think it's pottery. I think it's wood. An ancient bowl. Coconut shell. Yeah, maybe. Why would a coconut be out here though? Keep it. Huh, that's weird. Coconut. Trash. Coconut or gourd. Oh, the other part of it is right there. That's all I had to do was look. Okay, yeah, you guys are right. I thought it was something special. There's the other top to it. Did someone cut it? Yeah, someone cut it. Or chopped it open, however they do it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, would I find some Indian, a Native American bowl or something? No. That's the top of it. Ugh. Almost like a pumpkin. Maybe a pumpkin? Might be it seems like the top like a, I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. Whatever it is. Gourd. Wonder how old it is. Wonder if it's prehistoric. Everything I find now might be prehistoric. Big old, next to the big old barrel cactus. Big old barrel cactus. He's leaning over pretty hard. Yeah. You never know now. Never know. Dang, that lizard. Some more. Yeah, that's true. Acorn. Hey, you never know. After yesterday, I had no idea that you could find stuff like that. And I mean, I guess I kind of did, but I just never thought of it. There's another stick that looks kind of like a bone. That's what I thought it kind of was at first yesterday. Actually, I don't know. I think I watched it back and I was pretty early on. I was like, that looks like a bone. But some of these sticks, they can kind of trick you at first. Some of them do look like pieces of a bone. And I know before I found that yesterday, there was a couple times where I looked down and I thought something might be a bone, but it was just sticks. Just sticks. These ones are cool. They're all purple. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Luis. Just as long as you're here watching and you're supporting. You're here with me in case something goes wrong. That's all you got to do. If you don't mind hitting the like button and subscribing, you don't have to give anything. I'll be out here regardless. You don't got to do nothing. Don't feel bad. All right, let's see. I'll keep my eye out for snakes. We already saw one today, if you guys haven't seen. A bong. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, these little, they look like baby pineapples. It's the fruit on this type of barrel cactus. Don't they? They look like baby pineapples. There's this lizard over there. All right, we're still looking around. Still looking around. What is that? What is that? Some type of netting. Huh. Really old. It's been here a long time. It's starting to, it just falls apart. That's weird though. It's some sort of netting. Jeez, it's seen better days. Here's a piece of wood that's burned. That's weird. Just one piece of wood. Yeah, I'm from Tucson. I'm local. I grew up here. Born and raised. Tucsonan. That's what they call locals. Tucsonans. Tucsonans. Mammoth trap. Yeah, I wonder how they would hunt. That little one of the placards said they used to hunt mammoths near the Fort Lowell Park area, or I guess in all of Tucson area. I wonder how they would hunt a mammoth. Well, I think it said with like throwing spears. But that's, dang, that would take some guts to go out there and try to take down a mammoth. I'm sure they went out there in like a big group, but still. I think how much food that would give you, a mammoth. That's crazy. Yeah, spears. That's cool. It's crazy they're able to find anything about people living that long ago. It's cool. And who knows, maybe that bone that I found, it'll lead to some new, I don't know, some other tribe or people that were out in that area. I don't know. But I'll try to keep getting information about it as much as I can. There's a little table up there, or not table, bench. Let me see if I can go around without. Yeah, there's another spot where animals have been laying down right here. You can see all all this. Oh dang, they even got a little hole barrier dug out right there. Huh. Some sort of animal. As you can see, the grass is flat right here. It's flat compared to the rest of the stuff around. And it's flat again right over here too. Some sort of animal, maybe javelinas or dang, more over here too. Something. Oh, there's a water tank right here. Huh, a water tank or water barrel. Yeah. Empty. So this is probably, I'm probably not supposed to be over here. It's just a bench. We'll go back this way. I want to go in anyone's property. I haven't seen any. Not out here, wild horses, but there's a lot of them out in Arizona. A lot of them. A lot of wild horses. I think more. I think it's more northern. Hello, good morning. Starting to get warm out. It's a beautiful horse.
Thank you.
Do they make things for their legs for the rattlesnakes or no?
Well, you could put leg wraps on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always wondered. Yeah.
Usually they I don't know how they know the rattlesnakes there. They can smell them or something.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool. Well, you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. That's cool. Jeez. He's happy horse. Happy horse. Yeah, I know I didn't film her. I should have asked her if I could film her, but I try not to film people unless I ask them first. And that's cool to know about the horse's legs. Oh yeah, I could have told her what I was doing out here, huh? I'm surprised she didn't ask what I was doing out here. She kind of surprised me. I walked down off of the ledge up there and then she was right there. I was like, whoa. So I guess the horses can kind of tell where the snakes are, which makes sense. They have should got her number. I know they have for dogs out here, they have rattlesnake avoidance classes for dogs where they can train the dogs to stay away from the rattlesnakes and I guess the smell of them. Yeah, the horse, yeah. I know horses are expensive though. And it's the I think the stabling of them is the expensive part. Oh wow, so that's Houghton Road right over there. We've gone pretty far. That's Houghton Road. If you're gonna look on a map, Houghton Road and like close to Irvington. You can take Houghton Road, it'll lead you all the way to Interstate 10 if you go down enough. Yeah, so yeah, people, if you get a dog and you live in somewhere that has rattlesnakes, I would definitely take the class, rattlesnake avoidance class, because they definitely will save them. Because it can be really expensive if the dog gets, if you have to take it to the vet. Really expensive. Yeah, that's a good idea. Logo on my hat and shirt. Oh, my sister's dog got bit right above the eye from a rattlesnake. It's a big chocolate lab. Like super, really loving, happy dog, but not the brightest dog. But it's super friendly. But yeah, it got right above the eye. And luckily they got it to the vet in time, but the whole face swelled up like crazy, like a balloon. I'm headed, that's Houghton Road right there. I think that's the bridge at Houghton Road. Yeah, the dog did make it. Yep. It was expensive. The dog made it. It actually, it stayed overnight. Got the snake, the anti-venom, and then they released the dog back home. And they did blood work right before they released it. And then they got home and then they called him back and was like, oh, you need to bring the dog back. We need to give it another dose of the anti-venom and keep it overnight again. So they had to do that twice. It's a weird rock. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Logo. Not peeping around. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, Tucson X. You must be from Tucson. Well, thank you. That's cool. You have horses. Sister's a professional cow reining horse trainer. Wow. Yeah, it's expensive. Expensive, but that was the family pet they had since my niece and nephews were born. So they had to do whatever they had to do to take care of it. Hello. No dogs, don't worry. There's more horsies. Yeah, there's two more. You guys want to see them? Two more horsies. Quicksand? I don't know. I don't know if there's quicksand out here. But the sand, like where they're going through right now, where the horses are, it's pretty thick. It's pretty thick sand. I don't know if it's... What is this? What does this say? Someone like made something out of the rocks. It goes all the way down here. What is that? K-E-N? Kens? Huh. Kens, I don't know, I can't tell what it says. I think it's someone that tried to like spell something out. There's more right here. Kenzie and Ethan? Ah, maybe. And Leo or Leah. Yeah, that's true, sunflower. I need to get it printed on. Oh, there's another. I don't know what that's. Age. Ham? I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, the Salt River up near Phoenix. Yeah, a lot of wild horses. I know there was something about... I saw an article not too long ago about something about the wild horses where people were trying to save the wild horses because there's like a big herd of them or whatever they're called that runs out there. Yeah, Sedona is really nice. Alright, so we're gonna... There's more bigger trees up here. And start searching up here as well. Yeah, this sand, like, this stuff is really thick. I don't know, it's hard to tell my shadow, but it's really, really thick sand. There's like some like four-wheel drive tire marks. You can see just really thick sand. Yeah, I know they use horses for some like therapeutic stuff. I've heard of that. Some metal pipe. What is that? Huh. I don't know what it is, but it's buried way in there. It goes all the way up there. It's metal, rusted. Dang, goes all the way down. Maybe a pipe. Maybe a big circular pipe. Culvert, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, all I had to do was walk a little bit farther down. A weird spot for one. But I guess who knows what used to be out here. It's all filled with sand now. Completely filled in. And geez, it got all dented. Look at that. It's all deformed. Uh-oh. That's an old water bottle. Dang, it's just shattering into pieces. There's a little path right here. Go slow, the snakes. Ancient tin. It might be 50 years old. What? Dang. Yeah, that's expensive. Some horses are expensive. Okay. Son lives there. Military. Yeah, we got the Air Force Base. Careful now, Tennessee girl. Whoa. What is that? That's a bone right here. There's a bone, guys. But I think it's from this white bird. What is this? We found a bone, but it's probably an animal, whatever this bird was. Yeah, I can still, well, it's hard to tell. But I'm guessing because of these feathers. It used to be a cool looking bird. It's crazy that all that's left of it is this, who knows what part. I don't know. Pantano Wash runs parallel to Irvington. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what kind of... I haven't seen any birds. Well, I can't remember seeing like an all white scapula. It might just be the... because there's some tiny part of the bone right there. And it feels really light. Really pretty light, which I'm sure is... Yeah, I've got... trying to see if there's any other pieces. There's like a... egret. That's the better zoomed in. Some piece of the bird, and then it's just a bunch of white. Yeah, that makes sense that they're hollow, right? They got a fly. Some sort of, maybe that hawk that has been taking out all those, or not the hawk, the owl. One day when I was out, different part of the wash, we came across 3 different hawks, like red-tailed hawks that had been, their heads were missing. And they were all within like 10 feet of each other. There was like 1, 2, like 3 in like a triangle. And then like in the middle of the triangle was a big rattlesnake skin. It was the weirdest, super weird. 3 headless hawks and a big rattlesnake skin. And it was all like under like a mesquite tree or Palo Verde tree. Yeah, that was weird. There was like a hawk attack or something. Or an owl attack. And I guess the owls decapitate the hawks, and what people were saying. Dang, look at all this pile up just from the floods, when it flash floods. All these sticks. Yeah, you can definitely hear the sand noise. And I have that on noise canceling too. A little ball of something. But this stuff, like right here, it's kind of soft, but it's not like that other sand. It's strange out here, the different types of sand and dirt. It's kind of weird. There's like a mix of everything all around here, and then some are like rocky like this, just a few feet away, and then it's something else. I guess it's just from all the water over time, kind of just mixing things up. What is that? Like poop or something? I don't know. Yeah, and you can see some of this is like the dried kind of mud. Yeah, and here's one of those. They look like it's an animal, but it's a seed pod. There's seeds in the middle of it. It's just a seed pod, but I know when people first see them, they think it's an animal, because they do look like an animal. It's just a seed pod. Yeah, pack rats, snakes, scorpions. We saw a rattlesnake earlier today, and it slithered into a kind of a pile like that after it rattled at me. I got a little too close for his liking. He kind of stuck his head up and rattled. What is that? The heck is that? What is that green stuff? Let's get him on film. There they are. It's like a... What is that? I've never seen this kind of plant out here before. It's got these weird little... They're like it's like a vine. What the heck is this thing? Dang, there's a crazy looking bug on it. A red bug. Yeah, but it's like a vine too. It's weird, it's green. And it's got all these weird things on it. Yeah, maybe. I've just never seen them out here. I've never seen them all the time I've been out here. Oh, there's some weird... I'm squeezing on it and like some white stuff comes out. Look at that. That's weird. Even from both sides of it, this white stuff comes out the more I squeeze on it. Dang, that's weird. Oh, it even got on my hand. That's weird. That's like paint. That's weird. That's weird. I've never seen anything looking like that out here of all the searching I've done. Milkweed? I don't know. Yeah, if you're just joining, it's milkweed. Oh, okay, so I have no idea. Don't touch your eyeballs. Yeah, I won't touch my eyeballs. If you're just joining, this Pantano Wash in between Harrison and Houghton Road. Harrison and Houghton. Pantano Wash. Yeah, I guess it must not grow a lot out here. I haven't seen it. No, I'm not tasting it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that out here. Because you guys have seen all the, pretty much all the plants that are out here. They're all like this, and then the mesquite, palo verde, some cottonwoods every now and then. Kind of like dead weed stuff. Cactus. It's like a dead cactus right there. Huh, where'd this log go? Someone took the log that was right there. Willow trees, milkweed. Oh, okay, butterflies. All right, let's get a sip of water real quick. Yeah, so it's Pantano Wash. Houghton Road is down there. There's like a bridge down there. Houghton Road in between Houghton Road and Harrison Road in the Pantano Wash. Yeah, the monarch butterflies, they fly through here. I read there was some sign up somewhere about them. The monarch butterflies that fly through here. There was something about them, like how this is they fly through here during this some time of year. Ah, people fry milkweed pods, huh? Yeah, that's strange. I've never seen them. I've seen these little seed pods. And these are from the trees. Yeah, the devil's claw. Get your water bottle and wash your hands. Yeah, it's fine. I don't feel anything weird. I wiped it down. I could spray some water. I've got this little thing that my water comes out of right here. It's my water. Radio towers. Yeah, there's some, they make them look like saguaro cactuses. I think there might be a couple over there. They look like a saguaro cactus, but some of those are, I think some of those might be artificial towers. Yeah, there's one of those power lines. Radio towers. I don't know. But there's that it's a big hill right here. Right up there. That, where is it? That goes down Houghton Road by the Pantano Wash. Okay, so yeah. Nancy's house, and you can only barely see the It's over there. That's the Catalina's. Yeah, Nancy's is like over there, but closer to the mountains and the foothills over there. Yeah, we're not as close as we were yesterday. But I guess there's, depending on which way the person went out and left her house, you could have gone all the way out this way. You could have taken it all the way down to Houghton Road, right down there. And I'm pretty sure you can, there's some ranches, so you got to be able to get down in here somehow. Or you go down Harrison, where I went down, and you can just turn right into the wash. There's no posts or anything blocking it. It's just no bridge or nothing. It just, the road goes right over the wash. So when it floods, you can't access the roadway. Well, some people try to, and they get, their car stalls out and they have to get rescued, or even worse, people get swept down and die in the wash. That happens too. It can be deadly. Yeah, believe it or not, this all will flood with water when it gets a good monsoon rain, because you get all the runoff from everywhere. Everywhere around here. There's mountains all around, all out that way too. I found a leg bone yesterday, a human leg bone. It was a pretty wild day yesterday, to say the least. Pretty wild. And so my last live stream, femur bone, yeah, estimated to be at least 50 years old. I talked to Pima County Sheriff's detectives. I talked to the Tucson Police Department. They brought it out. They blocked it off, the crime scene tape and everything, and they brought the crime scene unit out. And I guess somehow they were able to determine, at least as of now, that it's that at least 50-year-old bone. But they're bringing out some of the, I guess, experts from the university here, University of Arizona, and then the state medical examiner is supposed to be coming out to look at it, and maybe, I guess, to maybe excavate to see if it's, I don't know, to see if there's more, or what the deal is with the bone. Was it, because, yeah, 50 years, that's not that old. 1970s, late 70s, mid 70s. So, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it rained last week, but not enough to flood. We didn't get enough to flood. I came out the day after we had the good rain, where it rained most of the night. The ground was wet, and the trees they still had like water on the trees, on the leaves and stuff, but not enough to flood, unfortunately. Well, I guess maybe not. I think if it would have flooded, I probably wouldn't have found that bone yesterday. I feel like it probably either would have gotten uncovered and recovered, or it would have been just covered with more dirt that would have flown down from that little part of the wash right there. It was just, I just happened to come across it, I guess, at the right time before it got reburied or something. Especially if it's a really old bone, like if it's hundreds of years old. That's crazy. It's just crazy to think that. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to imagine that people lived out here that long ago. Like hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago. Yeah, I thought that too. Psychic writer. I thought that too. So I hope it's, because I even asked the cop that. I was like, 50 years? That's not that old. When they started saying like it's a prehistoric something. Like 50 years is prehistoric? I don't know. So I don't know if the cop was just explaining it wrong, and then everyone, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but I'll try to get more updates. I have the case number, so I can try to get everything on that. I have to figure out how I do that, but I got the case number, and I'll try to get more info for you guys. I can try to go back out there and see if they've done anything. Done any extra digging, or if the bone's still there. I'd be surprised if it was still there, but especially because another lady, Pam, she was in the chat earlier. She said a couple years ago someone found a skull when they were walking their dog, a human skull, and then they came out and they excavated the rest of their human remains. So if they did it for that body, I would imagine they would do it for this as well. But who knows? But yeah, I totally understand saying like 50 years. Like, there's plenty of cold cases that are 50 years old. And a guy I know, he grew up in Tucson. He's in his late 60s right now, and he told me that area that I was at yesterday, that used to be like the party spot. That used to be there was nothing out there. That was when people talked about going out into the desert. That area used to be out in the desert, out in the middle of nowhere. He said that if you were in high school, you would go out there to party and to drink, and it was out in the middle of nowhere. That was before any of the developments were out there. So he told me, he's like, I wouldn't be surprised if people, like got dumped out there, bodies out there, because it used to just be in the middle of nowhere. Now there's those apartments that were there, those are fairly recent. And even that Quick Trip, there's like and funny enough, get this, I didn't even think about that until now. So there was those apartments right there, right by where I found the bone yesterday. And then there's a Quick Trip on the other side of the apartments. Right to the right of the Quick Trip is a basis school. Not the same school that Tommaso worked at, but the same name, the same organization. I think it's called Basis North, and I think the one he worked at is Basis Oro Valley or something. But yeah, that just hit me right now. I just now realize that. Just, not that it means anything, but it's just kind of weird. The whole thing yesterday was kind of weird. And that's just another one of those weird things. And it just happens to be the same name of the school that, not that it's connected, I'm not trying to say that at all. It's just weird. Just another weird thing about the whole everything. Stick beer bottles. That's some plastic. They told me they were gonna, I didn't stay around, but they told me they were sending out the state medical examiner and like, I can't remember if he said anthropologists or archaeologists from the university to further examine. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think maybe we'll go back tomorrow and I'll find out, just to look. Oh, so now I see one of these, another one of these vines out here, or milkweed. Watch, now I'm going to find them everywhere. And I've just been missing them somehow. I'm just trying to look in this, some of this thick brush. You never know. You never know. Yeah, so I'll try to get more, try to find out more for you guys. But I'm sure, especially if some of the other local news outlets they've got like sources inside the police department, they'll probably find out before I do, unless, because you know how that works. They've got their sources. Unless there's anyone watching who's in the like a detective for the police department here. Tell me what's going on. Spill the beans. I won't leak out your name or nothing. I won't even say who I got it from. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about all that. That's why I didn't want to like get the drone up or anything. Because I was like, man, that's a human. It's still a person. You don't want someone finding out about something like that on the, I don't know. And it's hard. Like, you don't know what the right thing to do is, because obviously I've never came across a bone before. But yeah, the whole thing was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I try to think about everything like that. Sometimes I might not do might not do it perfectly, but at least I try. Nobody's perfect, so if I say something wrong, it's hard because especially when I'm just rambling, talking, it's hard. Sometimes you'll say something that you didn't mean to say, and there's no taking it back. You've already said it, it's out there. See, something like that looks kind of almost like it could be a bone, but it's just a stick. It does look like almost like a bone, almost like yesterday's bone, but it's just a stick, I can tell. Just a stick. It's super light. Yeah, it still makes you wonder, like, what happened, even if that bone belonged to a person who's hundreds of years old, or has been there for hundreds of years, not the person was hundreds of years old. It still makes you wonder, like, what happened. And then if it's someone, what if it's someone from the, I don't know, 20s or 30s, 1920s or 30s, like, what happened? Why is there a human leg bone right there? Some burnt wood right here. This is just weird. Like, the cops made it almost seem like it was, like, they almost kind of seemed like it was like, we find stuff out here all the time, but not from what I've heard. I tried doing like a little research and I couldn't find like a whole ton of stuff about hundreds of, like, I don't know, a bunch of burial sites out there, because I doubt they would have been able to build those apartments right there if it was like an Indian burial ground. Like, unless I'm wrong, I thought they do. For example, my dad, he goes out with like the Forest Service and gets grants through the federal government to help like build dirt bike trails, like doing it the right way so people don't go out and just destroy nature, staying off the paths. He tries to keep people on the actual trails and stuff. But before they can even build some of the trails or all the trails, they have to get people out to go test the ground to make sure that there's not endangered plants in the area or endangered all sorts of stuff. And they even have to make sure, same kind of thing with make sure there's nothing in the area that's gonna get disturbed by putting a trail out there. So I would think if you're gonna build those real nice apartments, they would. What? It was on our local news in Tennessee. That's crazy, Nanny. Yeah, my dad's been riding dirt bikes out here since the 80s, 1980s, and he's still. This is a nice Aurora right here. The trash. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. Yeah. The trash, it's sad because I get it. It's a lot of the trash that you see out the washes. It's from the homeless people, and they're just out there. I mean, just trying to live day by day. So I know I'm sure it's not easy living out in the desert. Some of the like little campsites I come across, some of them keep it really clean and have trash cans and like actually like sweep up around their campsite and have rakes. And I've seen some that are really nice and clean and organized. And then some of it is just a mess. And I know it's a lot of it is probably like people with substance abuse issues or mental illness, because some of it's just really sad, like sleeping on like really old dirty blankets. And yeah, some of it's just sad. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of trash in certain parts out there. Buffering a bit. Let's see. Well, it should be okay. It should get better if it is. And some big old stones. Yeah, it's just. I mean, imagine if you're living out in an area. I mean, just like at your house, you accumulate trash in your trash can. You have to empty your trash can however so often. But if you're out here and you don't have a trash can, the trash all has to go somewhere. Oh, thank you. I think I missed. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. I think I missed yours earlier. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you for searching for Nancy. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And then someone bought something on the Amazon list. I'll have to thank them later as well. Thank you, guys. Jim found yesterday. Wow. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, some spots are, like out here is not bad. But some spots it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I believe it. I know that I've seen signs that say no dumping, but it probably explains why sometimes you'll see like mattresses, or I've come across some heavy items out here, and they probably throw it in the wash and it just gets brought downstream. Something metal right there. Is that metal? I don't know. Let me see. Ugh. Ugh. Oh yeah, it's metal. It's all rusted out. It's like a tumbleweed. Ugh. All right, so we're gonna head. Oh, thank you. I know, Nana. I saw a lot of that with a lot of them. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm right, but a lot of the news outlets, they're losing a lot of viewers to social media, independent journalists. So I kind of understand why they don't want to, because it's kind of like, I guess in kind of a way, it's almost like, why would they advertise their competition? So I can kind of see it. And it may not be like the decision of like the local news anchor. It might be the decision of the higher ups that are like, hey, we don't want, why would we advertise that A.J.DoubleU found this, when, because if we say that, then they're just going to go to his stuff for news. Like, we'll just say that somebody found it, and that we'll keep you updated when we hear more information. And that's exactly what they said. We'll keep you updated as we hear more. So I kind of get it. But it would be nice. Hey, the random guy. How's it going, man? Thank you so much, man. From Teddy Live, or King Live. Thank you, man. Thank you, random guy. You're awesome, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, he's a moderator in one of the other channels that I watch a lot. That's funny. Thank you, random guy. You're awesome. Put you on their payroll then. I can't remember who it was. Oh, there's another. Oh, that's cool looking. It's like black and brown feathers. Ooh, I'm stepping on some of them. I can't remember who it was who also does like independent journalism. Was it Dad's Gone Live? Am I mistaken about that? I might be. Where he yeah. And I remember a couple times when I would say, when people would walk by at Nancy's house, when I was there, they would ask like, who are you here? Like, who are you here with? And I would say, oh, independent media. And they would like roll their eyes at you. But some of them were nice, but there was a few that would. And it's like, well, it's kind of the way of the future. A stringer, okay, new stringer, yeah. So I think I was there when I can't remember if I was there now, or if I was watching the stream. You feel like you're there sometimes. Or he mentioned something like that. Oh, dang, there's another, like, den. Animal den under here. Ugh. Wow. It's like a foot, a little over a foot wide, a little over a foot tall. You can see that's a nice little pathway right in there. Buffering, sorry. It shouldn't be buffering. The signal's still good. No, I need to do that. I'm just getting some water. Gila monster. I haven't seen a Gila monster with you guys yet. They're pretty cool looking though. Whew, just getting some water. It's hard to tell right here with footprints. There's this dirt. It's some of the hard dirt. You can see that like some of the grass has been laid down. Yeah, maybe a coyote. Bobcat. You got bobcats. Whew. Yeah, I think people come on and just say buffering. Oh, a Gila monster den. Okay. FBI going through. Or it might just be your internet. Sometimes it'll just buffer a little bit. Hey, some weird looking dried out plant. That's weird. Huh. There's another little washway, and then we're gonna start looping back. We're already at almost 3 hours. Dang. I knew there was a lot out here. Nope, it's gonna fall off. Yeah, it might be their connection. I know sometimes there's been, oh, a little rabbit. I know there was one stream I had where I had to start over on the Prism app because it was buffering so bad. But yeah, if you guys missed it, we already saw one rattlesnake today earlier, and I got a little too close. He started rattling and he started getting ready to do his little striking. I was like 5 or 6 feet away maybe, but luckily he rattled. The last ones never did their rattle. Oh, thank you. Wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, April Swartz. 5958. AJ, get some supper too. You deserve it. Thank you, April. A Gila monster is a lizard that is a dangerous, poisonous. I think it's poisonous, right? Poisonous or venomous, one of the two. I should know that. I get that confused every time. But they are pretty big. Their skin looks like a bunch of beads on it. Hey, Wingstop, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, they're cool. You should Google. If you've never seen one, Google Gila monster. Gila, Gila monster. Yeah, they can be mean. Yeah, they can. The rattle, I can't remember when the rattlesnake, obviously the timestamp yet. I'll have to go back and find it. I don't know if anyone remembers. It was towards the beginning. I think it was probably before the first hour, but I'll have to. I don't like snakes either, especially rattlesnakes. Dang, there's another little area where animals have been laying down. With you can just see the grass is all flat here compared to where it should be just standing straight up like that. You can see it's just all laid down and animals laying in it. They'll put their den back down. Nice little blanket. Yeah, little cave. Yeah, thank you guys. Hey, Terry. How's it going, Terry? Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to go back and see when the snake was. No, I don't have Starlink. I have Verizon, and I got the highest. They have like 3 different unlimited plans, like ultra wideband something. And I got the highest one, and it seems to be working pretty well. 'Cause, yeah, I was worried about that. Snows in your house? Huh, yesterday your live did what JLR did. I don't have any updates yet about the bone. I've got the police report number, and we might just go check it out, see if it's still there tomorrow. We might do that. All I know is they were supposed to be sending people from the University of Arizona down there, and then the state medical examiner. They already had the crime scene. The Tucson Police Department crime scene lady was down there taking pictures. I'm not sure if she was the one who determined that it was at least 50 years old, or if she sent pictures off to someone else, the state medical examiner or anthropologist or archaeologist or something at the university. I'm not sure, but we'll get more updates. We'll be staying on top of it. But yeah, it definitely is a human leg bone. That is for sure. It definitely is a human leg bone. Oh yeah, people live up on Mount Lemmon. It's all been rebuilt. There was a fire up there, like, I don't know, probably 20 years ago now, by the Summer Haven area. But yeah, there's cabins up there, some nice cabins. Not a ton of people that live up there, but yeah, I'm guessing they probably will look for more bones in that area. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm guessing and hoping. I don't know if it's a good combination. I hope they do, because yeah, if it's someone that is at least 50 years old, that could be a lot of things. And I hope they at least get to the bottom of why it's out there. Is it some native Hohokam people that were out there a long time ago, or is it someone from 70s, 60s, 50s, something like that? I don't know. What is this little thing? A little pathway. That's a good idea. 50-year-old missing person cases. I know when I said that to the cop that was standing next to me, I know I've already said it in the stream, but when I was like 50 years old, that's not that old, or at least 50 years old. And he was like, he kind of made the face and it kind of clicked in his head, it looked like. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I'm just doing what they told me, or telling you what they told me. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. Look at this, guys. That's cool. That's like old painting. Look at that. It's all faded on this side. Dang, this whole thing used to be like white. This rock. Whoa, that's cool. You can hear the fighter jets. Oh, sorry, I couldn't get him on there. Yeah, that looks like another old and then there's some right here too, but it's all faded like a human. There's like a drawing of a person right there, and then there's a spiral symbol on the side here. But that's cool. Yeah, and they could have, I don't know if they did or not. They could have. Petroglyph. Pictographs. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Four males have unresolved Tucson area missing cases in 1970s. Huh. A man hunting animals. Okay. Yeah, there's this pathway up here, but I think it leads to someone's, I don't know, someone's property. Dang, it's steep. This is like straight up. Dang. Ugh. Oh, Reddington Hills Park. What? I didn't know there was anything up here. What the? Whew. Oh. How exclusively I'm a resident. I'm a resident. Dang. Yeah, it's prehistoric. 20 years old. Wow, where does this go? I don't want to go too far. Whew. This is crazy. I didn't know this was here. Dang, these are... Okay, so it does lead to their... some like Ramada. You get a good view here though. Huh, what is this? What is this? Huh. Oh, there's a little bone right there. Wow, that's a cool rock. Yeah, there's old shells that people must have found out here too, guys. Old shells. Look at this stuff. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be touching that. Huh? That's crazy. There's more cool. There's some like arrows. Those are arrows. And there's like she shells or shells. I don't know if they're she shells. Is that the same thing? It's interesting, yeah. So maybe some of these, maybe there is some crazy stuff out here too. Dang, I had no idea. You never know what you're gonna find out here. These cool little plants. Yeah, this little railroad. I left oh, this thing fell down. That wasn't from me. It fell down. It was already there. Holes, but it seems like the holes are not natural. They don't appear to me to be natural. Not that I'm an expert. But I saw it just because that one has the same kind of hole. And then I don't know what kind of... Yeah, there used to be... Yeah, a long time ago, there these shells. You'll find these shells out here. There used to be... Well, that was my gift. That's my gift right here. I left that. Some sage. I left a gift. Yeah, those shells there, you'll find them out here. That they were talking, they had one of the placards at the Fort Lowell Park that was talking about the shells that the Hohokam tribe, the Hohokam people used to use shells to make jewelry out of. And long bones from animals that they would, they had piercings, and they would use the long bones as like in their hair as, I don't know, decoration or something. Yeah, well, it's pretty remote out here, so I'm not surprised people just don't know about it. I grew up here and I guess that shows you there's probably stuff like that kind of all over here. You just gotta find it. Like, who knows what is buried. It's kind of sketchy right here. It's pretty steep. So yeah, I'm sure water, when it rains real heavy, water runs all the way down this. No, well, you're talking like millions maybe of years ago for the she shells. Long time ago. Millions of years. Way long ago. Not anything recent. We're talking long time ago. Because there's no other explanation for finding shells out here. Yeah, there's that rock. Yeah, she. Yeah, Reddington is. I don't know. I guess the neighborhood up there maybe is called something Reddington, but Reddington's a little farther away. But dang, that's cool. It's a cool. What? People Magazine? What? People Magazine News, Nation, Fox, NBC, and all. That's crazy, right? Just a YouTuber. Yeah, if you're just joining us, yeah, let's just say prehistoric. That's cool. That's crazy. And then there's like a painting of it looks like a man. It's faded, and I'm guessing the whole rock used to be white. And then there's a spiral on the side there. You can see the white paint all around it, but it's like faded off. I wonder if these rocks were original. I don't know. I've been to the gym show a couple times, but I didn't go this year. But it's cool. Yeah, you'll see all sorts of cool stuff at the gym show. You'll see fossils. They have all sorts of stuff. Whatever those little things are that are like millions of years old, that are like plants that get trapped in like mud. I don't know. Can't remember what it's called. I wonder if this rock has been that's recently painted, or $20. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Luis, for the PayPal. Thank you so much, Luis. I just got your PayPal. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate that. Thank you, Luis. Hopefully you're in the chat now. Yeah, it makes you wonder what's all around here. Whoa, what is this? Finding all sorts of stuff. Yeah, gym show is huge. It takes over all of Tucson. Thank you, PJ, Pamela. Thank you so much, Pamela. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Huh. Big old tree. All right, well, we're gonna start heading back. We've already gotten way over 3 hours. I always do that though. I get out and because you feel bad. You feel like you never know. You got one more. Got to look at one more thing or search under one more tree. You never know when you're gonna find something. Hey, that's a cool sparkly rock. Dang, that's cool. All right, how do I get out of here? Yeah, look at that one. Wow. Look at that. That is cool. That's cool. Very southwestern. Oh, wipe my eyes off. Good sweat. I don't know if I can go that way. I guess I have to go back this way. Yeah, it's crazy. There's all sorts of cool looking rocks like that. That one got... Oh, I thought I had paint on it. Actually, it might be paint. That very well could be old paint on there. Huh. It's crazy. You probably could find some arrowheads or something over in this area. That's crazy. Looks like a goat. Alright, I'm just gonna look. Yeah, I know actually up in Reddington they actually have more of those. I've seen them. I remember going there in like high school with my friends and seeing some of those paintings on the side of the rock, because there's big rocks up there, rock walls, where there's old like Native American paintings, petroglyphs or whatever they're called. Thank you, Carol. Whew. Quick water break, and then we're headed back. Yeah, this is a nice little, I don't know why it's all circled out down here. There's some like concrete blocks in here. Who knows? But yeah, I'm sweating. It's definitely a little hotter out today. Milkweed. Huh. But yeah, up in Reddington, there's quite a few. I remember quite a bit of those paintings on the rocks. But they're actually on like the big side of the rocks. There's like a waterfall that goes all down part of Reddington. Big waterfall that you can hike along. I think there used to be, I don't know if there still is, there used to be like a, at least from what we always heard when we were kids growing up, there used to be like a nudist hangout spot up there in Reddington where people would go at the end by this waterfall. I don't know if that was true or if that was just stories that you hear when you're a kid. But that's what we always heard. Dang, it looks like it's got those holes all over it. Yeah, I've got another phone with me that, oh, that's cool. That's purple. Another phone with me that tracks my every step I take, like that song. So if I ever get lost, I can use that to get back home, or just use the sun. There's some cool rocks right here that people must have found. Wow, that is crazy. I don't know if it picks up well on camera, but it's crazy looking. Got a bunch of blue, it's like blue and white streaks. Dang, there's some cool stuff people have found. That's like a square. That's crazy. That must have, somebody did that. There's no way. It's smooth. It's smooth to the touch. That's crazy. Well, smooth, not like smooth like someone like sanded it down or something. I don't know. Another crazy rock. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff out here. Yeah, obviously I could get lost, but I try to come out here prepared. Dang. Oh wow, thank you. I missed it. Thank you, Virginia Morgan. Thanks for all your help. Everyone is blessed for all you do for Nancy and family. Thank you, Virginia Morgan. Thank you so much for the super chat, $49.99. Thank you. You guys have been so nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Virginia. Yeah, so like yesterday, it was just I guess it makes you want to look at all the. Oh, that's just a rock. For a second there, I thought it was another bone. You just never know. It's so weird. Well, we're headed back. I'm going back a different way than I came so that we can search at least a little something that we haven't seen before. Go read your article. Yeah. Afterwards, copy and paste it when you're done. Did I miss? Yes, I saw a rattlesnake today. Prehistoric anthropological investigation. Yeah, that's what they said. I just forgot all the big words. Thank you for that. I don't know. I know people have asked that. What would I do? I don't know. I would do what I did yesterday. I'd call 911 right away. And back away. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, that's crazy. People magazine. That's crazy. Yeah, I hope somebody, even if it's not me, I hope somebody just finds something or catches whoever did it. It's gone on for, I don't know, I just can't imagine the family, just the not knowing what happened. It's got to be the worst. And I feel so bad for Savannah. Just, I mean, all of them, really. The grandkids. But yeah, just not knowing, like, what happened. Yeah. Well, I know some of the articles I saw, they kind of just made it seem like one was like Savannah leaves during the Today Show, phone found near Nancy Guthrie's home, and then you had to click on the article to find out that it wasn't related to either of those things. But that's what they do to try to get people to click and read their articles. I guess that's just unfortunately how they work. Yeah, I hope somebody finds something. There's just no way that somebody hasn't noticed something. They're just not, for some reason, people aren't talking yet. I don't know why. Like maybe I don't know why I keep saying like roommate. This person's roommate or girlfriend or person's parents or something. Someone had to have noticed something. Unless this person just always left the house and is gone all night, all the time. There's always red flags. You always hear about it. Unfortunately, with like some of the mass casualty events that you hear about. I don't want to talk about it all on YouTube, but you always hear about people noticing red flags and like, oh, they told me this, or they mentioned this before, I didn't take them seriously, or stuff like that. Yeah, well, I hope the person's nervous. I hope they're getting closer. It's just crazy that they've gone through 18,000 tips and none of them have led to an arrest. We had those first couple of raids and then nothing since, at least that we know about. And I've mentioned it a couple times, I still want to know what led them to raid those two people's houses or pull them over and raid their house. It's like, if it was just someone calling in saying, I think it was this person, then you would expect them to have raided like a bunch of other people by now. 'Cause there's no way that they haven't gotten similar calls like that. Yeah, this guy's... Yeah, I hope the FBI has more than we know. It's usually the case. But every day that goes by, you kind of wonder, do they really not know anything? Like, ooh. So we're headed back. Jeez, this is a long one. I didn't expect to go this long. There's a, is that a bone? No, it's a stick. See, they look kind of like sticks. Whoa, that's heavy. Dang, thing is stuck in there. That's a heavy little sucker, little fan. What is that? Oh, it's a piece of metal. Ooh. Yeah, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We'll go check that. See if that bone is still there. It'll be a good recovery day. Hello. Yeah, we've got the sunrises and especially the sunsets out here are pretty amazing. Yeah, the blue sky. We get pretty much every day is sunny here in Arizona, southern Arizona. Dang, this is weird sand right here too. Yeah, sunsets are crazy. I think I have on my main channel page that picture of the sunset. I just took that randomly one time a couple weeks or yeah, a couple months ago maybe. You get all the crazy orange and purple color. It's pretty cool. What's that? A little piece of metal. Yeah. You think the FBI prevented Savannah from paying? Or from raising the reward? Oh, okay. Huh. It is... It's 11:53 right now. 11:53. Or 10:53. What did I say? 11? 10:53. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind out here. Uh-oh. Well, let's stop here. We'll grab... We're almost back, I guess. We'll probably make it. My battery for the phone cooler is dying, but I have a backup. Yeah, I guess we'll put it on just to make sure the phone doesn't get too hot. Just 1 second. I can take my backpack off and whew. Oh yeah, I'm sweaty. Yeah. All right. Yeah, these This phone cooler thing has been a lifesaver. It cools the phone. It's amazing. Ugh. Just 1 second. Un momento. Yeah, this little thing. For people who haven't seen this thing before, this part right here, it actually gets cold. It feels like an ice cube right now, and it stays cold. It literally feels like an ice cube. Not even exaggerating. This little thing. It has its own battery that you can clip on the top, or you can plug it into those external power things. It's on my Amazon wish list if you want to see this one, the exact one I bought. I bought, well, you guys helped me. Someone bought one, and then I've used some of the gift card funds to buy one. But if you want it, there's a white one that I bought and a black one. I kind of prefer this one a little better because it's a little smaller. But the other one works just as good. I don't know. They both work great. That's the brand. But it's also on my Amazon wish list. You can see it if you want to buy one for yourself. Yeah, it's got, yeah, you can see right up here at the top. You probably can't read it, but it tells you what temperature it's at. It's at 7 degrees Celsius. And it gets colder the more you put it on. Yeah, it can go all the way down. It gets the phone all the way down to like crazy cold. Thank you, Becky. What's the brand? So it's SHIJIANWY. It's also on my, if you go to the description for the video, any of my videos, and scroll down, you'll see the link to my Amazon wish list. It's on the description to my videos, and it's also on my main channel description page as well. Amazon wish list. You can scroll down and see what I bought, and you'll see that on there. I recommend all the stuff that you guys have got for me. It's all been great. This is that's the backpack right here. The backpack, and then I just got this from Sandra yesterday. This part right here, it's a first aid kit. You can kind of see it's got a little cross on it. Little first aid cross, and it hooks onto the bottom of the backpack perfectly. I got my water bladder in there, and my snake guards, my boots. I'm gonna see who's calling me. It might be, who knows? Let me see. 1 second, guys. Nope. Never mind. I thought, who knows? Maybe I thought it was someone important, but they hung up right away when I answered. All right. Let's get moving. Yeah, Sandra is awesome. Sandra, Burley Fate, Carol. I don't know. There's been so many of you guys who've helped out so much. I know if I try to start listing names, I'll leave people off. I don't want to make anyone feel like I'm leaving them out. Ugh. It's one thing I'm not always the best at is remembering names. I don't know why. Ugh. Yeah, it's nice to take a little rest. I don't do it very often when I'm out here. I probably should more. I always just try to go, 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 go. Yeah, I'm always sipping on the water. Like, it's a big water bladder. It's got 3 liters of water. And then now it's nice also just knowing now that I have a first aid kit. And it's a nice first aid kit. It's got some nice stuff in there. So if something, even if I like come across someone, because we come across people who live out here. You never know if someone's gonna need something one day. Just nice to know you have something if you need it. You always do that. Kristen Smart. I know it kind of all looks the same. All these desert areas, they all kind of look the same, but I don't think it was this specific area. It's probably someone's old car. Oh, the tunnel, that was another one of those cutouts similar to what we saw the bone at yesterday. Just one of the, I think it's just from the water that when it flows down, it kind of just erodes stuff, washes stuff away. I don't know if it was right up here. Yeah, it's right up here. Yeah, it looks like a tunnel, but it's just from the water. It's crazy, right? Just from the water over time that must come down from there and slowly kind of funnels down in here. You can see all the roots on the side here. This is similar to like where I found the bone yesterday, just a smaller. The dirt comes off. So that's why the water over time, imagine over hundreds of years, this thing is going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Thousands of years. That's why some of them are as big as they are. And then bam, just down into the wash. Oh, thank you. Have a great rest of your day, May Thomas. I'm not sure if they found any more bones at the spot I was at, but I'll find out for you guys. I think we'll go check tomorrow, unless I see something today about it. But we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll see. I've got the police report. Ooh, it's getting windy now. Which is good. It's cool that they gave me the police report number, because I wouldn't even remember to even ask for it unless the guy brought it up. It's like a super old tarp or something. Ooh. Yeah, I know, I understand that. Yeah, it's sad to have to be out here searching, but and I kind of understand why more people aren't out here searching too, just because it's not always easy. Is that a tarp? I know it's metal. Dang, it looked like a tarp for a second. It's actually metal. Huh. It's loud. But still, I feel like, especially at the beginning, the sheriff department, they should have been flying drones or something. That's like least they could have done. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just don't have the manpower to be able to do that. Because I mean, even yesterday when I called, it was a Tucson Police Department, not the Pima County Sheriff, but even though I called 911, and I guess it's not like an emergency where you need like lights and sirens. Uh-oh, someone must have gotten stuck here one time. Used the board method to get them out. But still, it took, what, 20-30 minutes for them to show up? So I know for a fact the Tucson Police Department, we have the same number of officers as we did back in the 1980s. And Tucson is like doubled in size, population, since the 80s. But we still have the same number of like officers as we did back then. Yeah, I can check all that when I go back. And I'm not sure about the Pima County Sheriff's Department. If I would imagine they're probably just as short-staffed as well. And I think some of it is because people, they'll like get on the Tucson Police or the Pima County Sheriff, stay for a couple years, and then they'll go up to Phoenix where you can make like $20,000 more a year or something like that. They just don't pay. Yeah, wait, the Phoenix Police, yeah. And I've known people that have done that. They just don't pay them enough. They really didn't treat you that nice either. Yeah, we don't have enough like cops patrolling enforcing the traffic laws for sure. It's crazy. People are insane. Running red lights, every turn arrow. You see at least 3 or 4 cars that run the red light, like every time. Yeah, there's like a big dump truck, so there must still be a dump over there. So this is Harrison Road up here. If you weren't here when I started. It's just a 1-lane road on each side right here on Harrison past golf links. And you see the cars right now, this is part of the wash. So that road gets flooded when we get monsoon, when it flash floods that road. There can be like 2, 3, 4 feet of water flowing over that road where these cars would be driving. And you can see that sign over there, that orangish sign. It says flood area, and they put it up when they think there's going to be a flood, a heavy rain. They try, at least they do their best. This is probably like 20 minutes from the bone, side of the bone. And there's a little like, but there's no barriers. You can just, this car, they could just drive right where I am. You can see, if you got 4-wheel drive. You could probably do a lot of it out here without 4-wheel drive, but some of the thicker sand you'd probably want to have 4-wheel drive. But yeah, I'll definitely show you guys when it floods. It's pretty wild. Yeah, there's that post down over there. It has a marker on it, like it shows you how high in feet the water is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's just missed it. There's some bicyclists that went down over there. You're not supposed to ride. You're not supposed to drive your cars in here, but as you can tell, right here, people literally just do exactly what I'm talking about. Drive right in here. And then the bike path, the loop bike path that I have shown you guys, that's on the other side of the street there too. And that turns, you go up a little farther and turn left, and they go down by the wash and follow along all the way down to where we were yesterday. That bike path goes down. Now getting attention from other streamers. Thank you guys. Yeah, I saw someone said something about helicopter rescues. Someone else is calling me. Oh, here it is. That's a good example. Hold on 1 second. Nope, it's just another spam call. But yeah, they put these signs up. Road closed. And then on the other side, they even have a flashing. Do not enter when flooded. Do not enter when flooded. Debris may be present after flooding. It's got like the flashing lights that go off when it starts. I think they have like sensors that detect if it's got water or something. I know. Thank you guys. Yeah, and thanks to everybody who watched that yesterday. It was crazy. Yeah, it's so cool. It's weird. It's definitely weird. Like, it's just, the whole thing is crazy. I guess that's how you never know. I know I keep saying that. But the whole thing is just kind of crazy to me. That people are even, and I know you guys have been so nice. The chat's always so friendly. I know I've mentioned like that one person. That's literally like 99% of the messages are positive. I just gotta ignore those people. Who knows what's going on, if they're just having like a bad day or what. But all right, guys, I'm back to my car. We made it back. Woo, that was a good one. Almost 4 hours today. Yeah, happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Tomorrow we'll see if that bone is still there. And maybe I can get some more information. I'll try seeing what I can find. And we'll see if it's still there. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Y'all know just as much as I do. But as usual, guys, if you don't mind hitting that like button before you go, subscribing if you haven't, it's totally free. You just have to sign up for a YouTube account. There's a join part and a subscribe part. Subscribing is free, joining is a couple bucks a month. But just if you just subscribe and like, that's all I ask. And as usual, guys, if anyone has any information on the Nancy Guthrie case, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI or the Pima County Sheriff's Department. There's someone out there knows something. I keep saying it. And I just, for some reason, I feel like that's someone out there has to know something. And someone's got to start talking, guys. It's been long enough. As usual, guys, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being here with me, keeping me company out there on the search. I always appreciate all y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Until next time, thank you, guys. And thank you for everyone who donated and supported during the stream today. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some rest. Whew. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much.